What's up, everyone? Welcome to Tanning with Tyler. Whew, that was a lot harder to walk in than I thought it was going to be. These snowshoes don't seem to be doing much. I have a great episode for you guys tonight. Normally we'd be doing a hot tent considering the temperatures tonight, but I thought it would be fun to pick up a $60 survival kit from Amazon, which is what we got in the backpack. So I brought only what I would normally bring with me on a day hike, and I added the survival kit because I know a lot of people bring them as like a bug out or just for an emergency kit to have when they're hiking. So I figured we'd test one out, see what it's all about. But yeah, so currently it's minus 18. Not too bad yet, the sun is still out. It's gonna drop to minus 27. So hopefully this kit can keep me warm enough so I'm not gonna have to be doing push-ups and jumping jacks all night by the fire trying to keep warm. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna bring you guys up close and I will show you the kit and we'll see what we're working with. But before I do that, cheers, my friends. Whew. Well, I can't even hold that with bare hands. Wow. All right, let's check out the survival kit, shall we? Now you guys may think I'm cheating with this, but this is actually something I would carry even when I go hiking in the summer. Nice to have a little sit pad to kneel or sit on when you have lunch or you take a break. So, yeah. So here we have it. So the case it comes in is actually really nice. I'm kind of surprised at the quality of it. So this is like the all-in-one kit. So we've got an emergency shelter, just one of those Mylar ones, a cell phone protector, some rubber gloves. You'll have to excuse me, I'm going to be snuffing a lot. It's cold out here. So it comes with this multi-tool, which has got a little axe on it, a little hammer. I mean, it's dull, but I mean, it'll probably work. Got a file, a bottle opener, saw, screwdriver, and blade. You know, a basic multi-tool. And I guess that's pliers in the middle there. Now keep in mind, I did not bring anything else, so I hope this works well because collecting firewood is probably going to be tricky. Got a fold-up shovel. A little first aid kit. It's got gauze, bandages. I did go through all of this stuff when it came, just because everything was in like a plastic bag and I didn't want to have to be pulling everything out. You know, taking a plastic bag and shoving it in my pocket and having 20 plastic bags in my pockets. It did come with a little flashlight, which did not have batteries, so I'm glad I did check. Because it also came with this little lantern, which I thought was a little neat. But that also did not have any batteries. So if I had just thrown that in the bag and not had checked, I wouldn't have any light tonight. So probably a good thing I did. What else we got here? We got some triangular bandage, paracord bracelet with a little whistle. Probably about 15 feet of paracord, some glow sticks, some rope fire starter by the looks of it. Mylar blanket. Yeah, that's gonna be handy tonight. Tactical self-defense pen. Cool. Ferro rod, a spork, and just a couple odds and ends. There's a couple of these D-ring carabiners, and I think this is like for water bottle holder. I'm not really sure. But that's about it. That's what we have to work for tonight. Work with tonight, I should say. I'm gonna get set up quite quickly here. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I had a late start, and we're gonna need just a ton of firewood. My plan is to set up the Mylar tent and have just a giant fire in front of it. So yeah, we better get a move on because daylight is burning. My toes are cold. And some really, really cheap string. Is this the ridge? Okay, that's interesting. It's just a big tube. Like, I don't know why, but for some reason I expected this to have like little stake down points, or I guess it's just a tube that's open at both ends. Okay, I guess we'll string up a ridge line and see what happens. Ow, right in the freaking face. Wasn't very nice. Yeah, it's just a tube, guys. Just a tube. I'm gonna lower that down a bit. Raise the one end up. Just so we can have a fire underneath. GoPro, stop recording. No, there's no way. No way. Well, guys, at least it's not supposed to snow tonight. I'm going to use this as an impromptu lean-to, build a fire out front here, and rely on this to hopefully reflect heat back to me tonight. I mean, it's supposed to be a scout-style tent, but I tried climbing in just a bit, and it's so thin. I don't see how you could be inside this thing without tearing it. My plan was to line the bottom with boughs, pine boughs, to give me some insulation, but if I'd put anything on the bottom of that thing, it would have just torn to shreds. So here we are. I'm gonna have a few sips of this beer, and then we are gonna go out and gather some pine boughs to sit/lay on tonight. I don't like to take anything from live trees, so luckily I spotted a few downed ones on the way in, so I'm gonna hike back out there, grab those, line this up, and see if we can't get a fire going with that ferro rod that they supplied. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting night. Oh, cheers, my friends. Oh, it's the top of a tree. That'll do. Well, guys, here's another score. So cedar bark is some of the best fire starter out there. It takes a spark. It's very resinous, so it's perfect for a ferro rod. So I'm gonna scrape a bit off, not too much, and I'm gonna do it from different areas of the tree. You don't want to scrape too deep because you can damage the tree that way. So you just run your knife, just scrape a bit on the outside, and then you collect all this fluff. All of this stuff is just excellent fire starter. You don't want to go past the outer layer of bark. Now this isn't even remotely close enough. You'd at least ideally want 2 feet deep in the entire length. I did spy one more broken off top from a pine tree we're gonna go harvest, but first, gonna get a bit of firewood and get a fire going to warm up my feet because my toes are absolutely freezing. So I've been making some super rookie mistakes. I've lost the saw. So yeah, it's buried somewhere And I also lost the multi-tool, which I think I left it over where I was pulling out pine boughs. So I'm gonna go check that area out, but I doubt I'll find it. Luckily, this old white pine is stone dead right by my camp. And I should be able to break off most of what I need for tonight. Carefully, because I don't want to hit myself in the face with anything, but I should be able to pull these limbs off like so. And use these bigger logs as a base for my fire and get it going shortly here. Come on, baby, let's go. Well, it was the cedar that caught first, but that rope is burning. Well, you know what? This is actually working really well. It doesn't work as a tent, in my opinion, but as a heat reflector, it's working really well. I'm surprised. It does help that there is a slight breeze towards me, so the heat is actually being blown towards me right now. But yeah, that's actually surprisingly comfortable. My other beer froze, so I had to open a new one. Cheers, my friends. Ooh, that is in danger of being ice. Oh, that feels great. Oh. Warm up for a little bit, and then I will go gather some more pine boughs from the broken off tree. This actually isn't too bad. Pine boughs make a great bed. They really do. Like, this is more comfortable than sleeping on a blow-up mat, in my opinion. With that Mylar blanket, I might almost be comfortable tonight, even though it's minus 27. Oh. Oh yeah. Some news for the channel, guys. Hopefully by the time this video is released, the Tending with Tyler store will be open. If not, it'll be the weekend after. But I should have enough subscribers and enough watch time hours to finally link my store up. I got some hoodies, some water bottles, mugs, t-shirts. I haven't designed any hats yet, but I'll get around to it. But yeah, if you want to check that out, if the link is there. I also have Patreon up and running, so that's pretty exciting. I was really hoping to do something different with Patreon. I want my members to be able to kind of dictate the direction the channel takes. Not so much dictate, but for instance, for the first tier, you're allowed to request a specific trip, albeit whitewater canoeing, hiking, winter camping, bushcraft survival, and then you can give me a handicap if you'd like. So say you wanted me to do a bushcraft video, but you wanted me to do it without an axe, or you wanted me to go hiking but no tent, etc., etc. the possibilities are endless. I wanted to have a little bit of fun with it instead of just, you know, you have access to some videos that no one else does. So yeah, I thought it would be really fun. I do have 2 tiers. I can change it up. Honestly, I don't like the idea of limiting people, as I said, but I'm gonna have to start making a bit of money off the channel to help support the amount of, I'm just blowing money, just spending money hand over fist. It's crazy how much I spend, so having some supplemental monies to help out with how much I'm spending on the channel would be lovely. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, swing over and check it out. I have a link attached to my YouTube channel. And honestly, give me your feedback. What do you guys want to see as Patreon subscribers? Are there specific benefits, things like that? Because it's all new to me. And like I said, I really don't like charging people for content. So I thought we could do something fun with it. Oh. Oh, yeah. Who needs a saw? I mean, a saw might be a little nice, but when you're just having a giant fire, it doesn't really matter. That's getting warm now. Wow, that's borderline hot. It's nice. I think I'll just use my backpack as a pillow, and I might not even have to go get more pine boughs. Might just curl up. I'll probably be in a ball anyway to help conserve body heat. The Mylar blanket around me and go to sleep. This is actually not too shabby at all. Oh. Oh, who would have thought the shovel would come in handy? Huh. I don't know if it's so cold that it's not really melting out that much. Normally you have a fire on the snow and it just goes, but I'm gonna do a little trench here just so a bit more heat comes up towards me. Hey guys, welcome back. Hopefully you can see me okay. It is so cold that my camera and light keep turning off. They do not like to function at minus 20 apparently. You haven't been missing much. I have just been sitting by the fire, staying warm, listening to my audiobook. Luckily I have these lanterns, which is actually going to be really nice tonight, being able to have a bit of light. There were some glow sticks, which I was going to crack and get going as well, but I can't find them. I'm sure we'll find them tomorrow morning when we break camp, but whew, it's not super late yet, but because of the problems I'm having with the camera, just going to say goodnight to you guys. All I'm going to do tonight is wrap myself up in this Mylar. This is a pillow, and sleep right by the fire. And you know, honestly, even though it's minus 20 right now, I'm actually really warm. I'm quite comfortable. I mean, not even my toes are cold. Granted, I have them down by the heat trench I dug here, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have too much of a problem tonight. So anyways, I will bring you guys back in the morning. I'm gonna sleep with the camera in my jacket. That way, when morning rolls around, it'll be warm enough to do some filming. But yeah, for now, you know, I can get maybe 5-10 minutes and then it just turns itself off. So anyways, we'll see you guys in the morning. And yeah, it's gonna be an interesting, cold but fun night. Oh hey, my glow sticks. Must have slept on them all night. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. That was a cold night. I mean, it wasn't horrible. Thankfully, I'm wearing just layer upon layer upon layer of clothing, which is probably the reason why I managed to get through the entire night. But between the keeping the fire going and that Mylar reflector and the Mylar blanket, actually made it almost bearable. I was still shivering a bit. I had to get up a few times, walk around, feed the fire, which actually helped me warm up a bit. So yeah, not horrible, not great. As far as the survival kit goes, it's not terrible, but for $60, I think I paid for it, you're better off to build your own. You know, you could get reliable fire starter that you know and use, you're comfortable with. A decent saw like the Mossy Oaks, it's like 20 bucks and it works fantastic. You know, for that amount of money, you could build yourself a really good survival kit or bug out kit. So I wouldn't recommend spending $60 on an Amazon kit. But like I said, I really like that case. I'm going to utilize it and make it into my bushcraft case. And yeah, we're going to call this one a win. Another one for the books. Sorry it was such a short one, guys, but like I said, I'm having super problems with my camera. It does not like the cold, apparently. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out something for that, for the cold trips, but live and learn. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. We're probably gonna go glamping in a hot tent now after this one. Anyways, I'm gonna hike on out of here. I need some warmth, some coffee, and a hot shower. Cheers, guys.